Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen me before, okay, that's really weird trying to do a whole intro when you can't even see my face. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If I don't do the song, I know a lot of you are going to be very upset with me, so I want to make sure I at least get the song down. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how exactly I pack my makeup and skincare for travel. I ordered this cosmetic makeup bag for travel on Amazon. I want to say it's like Chomu, something. Yeah. The one that I have is in the size medium, and I did get it in black. Oh, there's stuff in there. Hold on. I actually just got back from traveling, so I took everything out. I wanted to show you guys how I actually do this. So I pretty much have everything laid down here, and I can just explain to you. We have these dividers that are actually movable, so you can definitely customize it to how you like. This is a size medium. They do have a larger one. I wanted to get this one because it's not too obnoxiously big, and I can pack just enough makeup that I need for myself. 2 to 3 weeks, probably even more. Now that I think about it, maybe even enough for several months worth of makeup. My foundations fit in here, like a whole entire bottle of foundation, and usually it won't break just because you have this protective hard case. So here are the features. You have your place for brushes here, and I do have my used brushes in here still. What I like about this feature in particular is that this material right here that you see, the shiny black material, is actually very easy to wipe down. So just because your brushes are dirty after, several uses and putting them back in here while you're traveling, it's not going to affect your ability to clean it. You can easily just wipe this off, and I love that. Here are the amount of brushes that I just used for my trip, and it worked perfectly. I really don't do much eyeshadow on a trip unless I'm going to a special event. That's why you really don't see a whole ton of eyeshadow brushes, but on a regular occasion I do use quite a bit of eyeshadow brushes. This enclosed here, and then down in here under this zipper is a whole ton of space. Look at how much movement I can have. You can actually fit quite a bit of stuff right under here. I would have loved to do an overhead overlay shot for you guys, but didn't have that sorted out before this. I'm so sorry. I know you can see my mic, but this is just what we're gonna have to do for today. Okay, I'm very sorry, but this is the best I can give you. When I'm packing my makeup, I always make sure that I go through my entire makeup routine from primer all the way down to setting spray and lashes, just to be sure that I don't forget anything. So that's usually what I'll do first. I already have my brushes in here. I really don't have to do the brush component, but I'll also do the same thing. I'll say, okay, first things first, I'm gonna do my foundation, and then I will take my foundation brush and my foundation and put them in here. At the very end, I'll organize everything to make it all pretty. So I have my NYX Micro Brow Pencil here in the shade black. This is what I normally use all the time. I'm just gonna pop it into this compartment here. I don't remember how the dividers came. I think I was the one that moved them so that they are in this configuration. Next, for my makeup routine, I use my Great Lash Clear Mascara as a brow gel. So I'm going to pop that in here. And the next thing I usually do is to move on to a primer. Now, for the most part, I don't like using primers, but I sometimes will, especially if I know I'm traveling to a humid area or an area where I'm going to be out all the time, stuff like that. So for this, I actually have my mini here. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer by Fenty Beauty. Now, this is actually not the primer I used for this trip. I used the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base for this last trip I just came from. But this primer did not work well with the foundation that I used, and I could not blend it with the sponge without removing product off of my face. So I'm actually going to set this aside and not put that in here. I love when companies create minis because it just makes life so much more simple. So here I've got my little configuration here. Next is my foundation. Now for my foundation, I took the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. That's my color for now anyway. I usually will pump my foundation into a contact lens case. This looks dirty because it is what it is. It's life, okay? It's just life. This is just an old contact lens case. Let me actually open it up for you guys because I do believe I have so you can see it has been used previously. I didn't use it for this trip because I decided to just take my entire foundation bottle, which is rare for me, but the fact that this system I have here actually protected the foundation, and it's obviously a glass container, that worked out perfectly for me. So here you can see you actually do have a little bit of foundation right in there. And these caps get really dirty. So I really don't know if you want to do a one-time use thing or if you want to reuse them and then just wash everything out and use it for your next trip. It's totally up to you, but it does get kind of nasty and old and cakey. I've been using this contact lens case for a while now, about a year. I use this to travel quite frequently, so this is probably going to get thrown out, but just wanted to show you guys for the sake of the video. So foundation. All right, please note that as I'm going through these steps, I'm also pulling out the brushes I use for each step, but because I already have the brushes right here, I don't need to. After my foundation, I conceal under my brows. I have my black Opal Flawless Concealer here in the shade Honey. We'll just put it over here. I decided that for travel, unless I'm required to do super complicated or super colorful looks, I'm no longer going to be packing an eyeshadow primer because I'm actually comfortable just using my regular face concealer and blending it up onto the eyelid. For this trip, I took the BH Cosmetics and It's My Ray Ray palette. This palette is perfect for travel because of the array of colors. You have your neutrals and you also have your colorful shades. I did not actually use this palette during my trip. I'm realizing just now as I opened it that this actually does have a mirror. I feel so silly. I forgot that this eyeshadow palette actually had a mirror and I never opened it up throughout the entire trip because I did not even use any eyeshadow. I just used a wash of bronzer over my eyes. But I want to show you guys real quick what I do. So the palettes usually will go right here down at the bottom and everything else will go on top. So I'm going to show you my previous palette that I was using. This is a very old Morphe eyeshadow palette. This is one of those palettes that you can actually pop individual eyeshadows in it. So when I initially purchased it many years ago, it came empty and it does actually have a mirror, but I'm trying to be careful, and this is why I no longer take this to travel, because all I had in here were my, I believe, Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and this palette fell and the foiled shadows broke. So I still have not sorted it out. I still feel really sad about it. I need to repurchase the shades that broke in here. This orange one here is actually not a Makeup Geek eyeshadow. I believe that's a Morphe individual eyeshadow that I bought many years ago. So I just wanted to show you guys this because this was my go-to travel palette, because you could customize it yourself to what shadows you want. So the next thing I will usually do after applying my eyeshadows is to go in with my concealer. For this trip, I did take two concealers, and I did use both actually. I have my ColourPop Dark 46 concealer and my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch concealer. This one is in the shade 410, so those just go in here. And I did take my LA Girl Orange Corrector, but I never used it, so I don't think I will be including this in my travel pack anymore unless I really feel like I need it. But for this trip, it wasn't really necessary. And usually when I'm traveling, I try to minimize my makeup routine. But this would have definitely gone either after foundation or before foundation. But I just wanted to include that in here so you guys know it's easily something that can just, get thrown in here. But I don't think I'll be using this to travel anymore, or any other color corrector for that matter, unless I absolutely feel like I need it. So along with the concealer, usually you need a sponge. This is my sponge, the Shop Miss A Pawpaw Charity Sponge. It was only a little over $1. And I just pop it in here. So this is a little sponge area. It's so cute. It's like, hi. Okay. So I've got my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder here. So I pop this in here. For this trip, I did not take an all over face powder. I do feel like I could have probably benefited from it, but I can easily just grab my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. It could easily just, go in here and then pop the Laura Mercier on top or whatever else I want to do. I'm gonna move my primer over here. This is where things start to get a little bit more intense. After setting my face, and I'll usually go back and do my inner corner highlight and maybe put some eyeliner on. So this is a Morphe eyeliner that's going in there. Do my mascara, that's going in there. And for my blush, I took the Mented Cosmetics Clay Too Much blush. And this has easily become one of my favorites. I like that it's small and compact, and it does have a mirror just in case. I really just popped this right here and I stood it up in the corner. Or I could stack it, whichever one I want to do. But I'm just gonna move the eyeshadow palette over a bit and just pop that in the corner right there. The bronzer I always use, Prime Beauty Bronzeville. Pack that, put that right under here. So after bronzer and blush, I then set my face. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is a travel size, and I love that it's so slim and small. But I also love that because of the way they designed this, I can easily refill this. Maybe with even a different setting spray once it runs out, but I also have my regular all-nighter setting spray, and I believe that one allows you to unscrew it and get access to the entire bottle. So I can easily just pour that into here without having to buy a whole new setting spray. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there are quite a bit of companies that make setting sprays maybe for travel or just regular setting sprays in general, and they don't allow you to access the product directly, and it can be quite frustrating. But I like the fact that Urban Decay decided to break the mold with this setting spray. I think all their setting sprays are like this, if I'm not mistaken. After setting my face, I will usually then move on to my highlight. And this is the highlight that I took for this trip. It's the Official Glam Beauty highlight in the shade Drippin'. Now, this highlight, I'm just gonna pop that right in this corner here, right next to the blush. I hope you guys saw that. Either before or after my highlight, I usually like to apply or get my lashes ready. This is my gold lash applicator. I got it from Tarte a while back. It's actually, I don't know if you can really tell that it's gold because it seems like the initial coating has kind of worn off quite a bit, except for on the inside. You can still see that it's gold. But this is the lash applicator I use in all my videos. I do use it for travel as well. So I'm gonna pop that in there. And then for this trip, I also took these regular beauty supply store lashes, and I got a few compliments on these lashes. These lashes are in the style M302A by, I guess the name of the company is Miss 3D Volume Lash. I literally got these from a beauty supply store, and they are pretty good. So I just tucked them right in here. And this is a lash glue that I use, Super Strong Hold Eyelash Adhesive by INV by Kiss. This lash glue has proven to be the best lash glue for me so far. I absolutely cannot stand duo lash glue, whether it's the clear one or the black one. So the duo lash glue, the regular one that you apply, and also the one that you can paint on just like this with the brush. Yeah, this lash glue is a little bit, you know, loved and used up. The duo lash glue you can apply with a brush applicator. That one was a little bit better than the original duo, but still, even then, it just did not get as tacky as quickly. It wouldn't really last on me, but this one definitely does. I cried, y'all. I was jumping, I was going crazy, and this this lash glue kept my lashes on. Okay, so I'm putting it in this little corner here. And the next thing I will usually move on to after my lashes is lips. I took the Morphe Trendsetter lip pencil. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but lip pencil, lip liner, whatever you want to call it. This lip liner has proven to be quite the chick. This lip liner glides on well without really moving as easily as some others, but yet it's not too abrasive that I feel as if I'm scratching my skin when I put it on. This worked very well. I've used it prior to travel, and I've really gravitated toward this particular lip pencil, so I'm gonna pop it right in here. And for my lips, you guys know I love this liquid lipstick. I used the NARS Just What I Needed Power Matte Lip Pigment. I actually have not been able to find this on the Sephora site. I think you can probably only get this from the NARS website, but I took this with me, and this in combination with that Morphe Trendsetter lip pencil is bomb, especially if you overline your lips. I'll try to put up a picture on here on the screen, and you can see what the combo looks like. This next tool is really just optional. It's just an extra thing I took and just decided, like, okay, I want to make sure my lashes look good. I took my lash curler, and this one I've had for a while, but this is a Tarte lash curler, and it's gold, and this handle is supposed to be purple, but as you can see, it's no longer that color. I took this as well, and I just kind of tried to tuck it into an empty space like so. Everything went perfectly there. I didn't store anything in this zipper here, and I just close this up, and I can zip this up, and I'm ready to go. I'm zooming out just so you can see just how big, or not too big actually, this little box is, and it can easily fit into your carry-on, or if you want to check it in. I actually unfortunately had to check my carry-on in because I ran into some issues with another package, so I was very afraid that because I had stuff like my foundation bottle in here that was glass, I was afraid that it was going to break, but it actually didn't, because they really rough handle those luggages. Because of this, it's really difficult. I don't know if this is removable, I doubt it, but because of this and also this padding that you have on the inside, it's kind of hard for stuff to break, you know? So I am so glad I made the decision to purchase this, because my makeup system prior to this was not as organized, not as protective, and it was just a bunch of stuff thrown into a rather large bag. So next I'm going to show you guys my skincare items. So for skincare, I can be a little bit more relaxed, I like to believe. I put my skincare in this pouch here. It came inside of a I think a bamboo purse or wooden purse. I believe it was a bamboo purse, one of those like see-through ones with the lines, but this was the liner inside that bamboo purse. But it was sent as a PR item. I just decided to grab this pouch and use this for my skincare. I have a whole ton of little travel / storage bags like this, not necessarily like this in particular, but similar to this. You do have a zipper on the side, and then you have another side that's mesh, and you can like tuck stuff in here that you need. In all honesty, when I travel, I don't go crazy with packing my entire skincare routine, just because I don't feel like it's necessary. For this trip, I was only gone for 3-4 days. I just packed the stuff I felt like I really needed. So what I like to do is I like to pack my makeup removal items with my skincare as well, so that way I won't get lazy and be like, oh, I'm just gonna take my makeup off and then not do my skincare. I will be motivated to do my skincare if my makeup removal stuff is in here as well. So first things first, my makeup removing towel. This has been washed. I did wash it before leaving the hotel, and I literally just fold this up. It's a little, you know, stuff is happening here. We've got a hole, but it still walks right on the side there. Okay, I use a makeup cleansing oil. Let me actually show you guys. And this is probably my biggest tip in this entire video. I'm going to show you what I actually do. So this is the makeup removal oil that I use. It's the Bobbi Brown Soothing Cleansing Oil. A lot of makeup removing balms or oils tend to either irritate my skin, or if I get them around my eyes, it tends to burn my eyes a bit. But this is so gentle and does not do any of that. It's so good. So I like to take this for travel. This is a must-have for me. And I put it in this little travel container here. Walmart and Target, their travel size containers kind of are too big. If you can get one, well, I like the ones that are a little bit smaller, and that way it's not like obnoxiously big. But this is just a perfect size for me. So I'm going to show you what I do. And I do this for all my liquid items, or most of my liquid items that are easily spillable. So I'm going to remove the cap, take several pumps. So I'm just going to fill this up. And as you can see, it's actually already labeled as makeup remover. That's because of the little travel container system that I purchased. It was like a little cute little travel bag, and it had these different labels on there. So I can't remember. I think I got it from CVS actually. Yes, CVS is probably the place you want to try for these little travel container thingies with labels. It's really cute. I usually will find them at CVS. So here's the problem with travel, right? Sometimes stuff gets knocked over, and if you just close this, there's a high chance that once something hits this and it opens up, you are going to have liquids or oils everywhere. So, and I can't remember where I learned this trick from, but I've been using it for so many years. I'm gonna grab some plastic wrap and just cut like a square, or you can do a circle, whatever floats your boat. I mean, just cut a piece of it. And you're gonna take your travel container, place a saran wrap over top of it, and I like to just gently enclose it on the sides. Close it, and it's not gonna spill. So even if this opens up, nothing is gonna happen. You see that? So I like to do this for everything that is very easily spillable. So this is just gonna go in here. I can tuck it in this little corner here and know that, oh, all my makeup removal stuff is on the side, or I can put it in the main compartment, whichever one. Okay, so let me start off with like the daytime stuff. Usually I have my vitamin C bottle from Obagi, and it's glass, but I did not pack it on this trip because I actually had a vitamin C lotion from Pixie Beauty. So I just figured, you know what, let me just grab this vitamin C lotion and use this in the daytime instead. Now, this on the actual tube, it doesn't tell you the percentage of vitamin C that's in here. It is considered a brightening moisturizer, but I just decided to grab this in place of my very easily spillable Obagi vitamin C. I think that one's 20% or 15%. I want to say it was 20%. It's glass. It can easily spill. It's not something I wanted to risk, and it's expensive. It's not something I wanted to risk at all. So I just decided to grab this. I did get this in PR, and this is actually a pretty good vitamin C face moisturizer. My only issue with this though is that the scent is quite heavy. I will say that. If you're wondering, like, Youkeyy, that's mad big. This is only 1.7 ounces or 50 milliliters. Remember that when you travel, well, in the US anyway, TSA only allows stuff that's 3 ounces or smaller. In case you're wondering, why is this going in here and not into that clear plastic bag that TSA says to take? I've noticed that lately they don't even really require you to take out that clear plastic bag. There's so many times I've traveled, you guys, with my system like this, and they really don't care. The only time they'll really pull your stuff aside and say, oh, bring this out, is if you have an item in there that's over 3 ounces. If everything is under 3 ounces, you can literally have liquids in different parts of your carry-on and they won't bother you. So that's just been my experience so far. You don't have to listen to me. You can put all of your skincare items that are liquid or cream into that Ziploc bag or whatever you use. I will show you guys what mine looks like. So the other thing I was using for daytime is my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Lotion. This is what I use for sunscreen. This has SPF 30 in it. And this is what I use on the daily, even when I'm at home. This package itself is exactly 3 fluid ounces. It's not even full. I mean, I can see just from the light that I have product going from right here down. So I only have really this much product in here. My TSA bag, I'm just gonna call it that. My TSA liquid bag, I initially put this in there, but it's not necessary. So it's easier to just have a separate bag of my skincare only. And I did pack an eye cream. This is not the one I usually use. The one I usually use is from Dermalogica, but you know, I just grabbed this and put this in here. The Dermalogica one that I've been using so far, there's nothing wrong with it. It's travel friendly, but it's just, you know, it's quite long. So I just decided to, you know, take this. I took quite a bit of moisturizers on this trip. This one is from Curology and it's called the Rich Moisturizer. I don't remember how often I use this. I think I only used this once, but I just like that it's so small and it's cute and it's just like, you know, it's just easily pocketable. And what goes with it is a Curology cleanser. This one I used every single day to wash my face in the morning while I was in the shower and also at night after removing my makeup. And I just brought the two because they match. So even though I really didn't need to bring the moisturizer, but it works well. They both work well. So unfortunately, I did not bring a toner for this trip. It really wasn't that big a deal to me anyway. So, you know, we can scratch that. But I brought this daily microfoliant from Dermalogica. You guys, I really like this daily microfoliant. The fact that it comes in this tiny travel size package, it's so cute. It's just so cute. Okay, so it's going in there. I use that every day pretty much. I know you're like, Youkeyy, that's a whole jar. How do you take that for traveling? It's a whole jar. But it hit different. I've been also using the Clinique, what is this? Multi-dimensional Age Transformer Duo. You guys, I don't even know what to call this. I don't remember the details of what this does. I'll try to put it up on the screen for you as to what exactly it's for. But I do believe it's for like firming and lifting and just making your skin a bit more tight, kind of like anti-aging in a way. I'm gonna open this up. Yes, I did take this whole jar, and even though I do have jars that I can use for travel and transfer product into, I just didn't want to do that for this because I don't know if you guys can see that. So here you can kind of see it, like one side is a light purple, the other side is a white color, but this thing is freaking lit, y'all. I can tell the difference in my skin the next day when I use this at nighttime. I did get this in PR, so I don't know how much it is. It's probably quite pricey, but I got this in PR and it's so good. I'm telling you, I can tell a difference in my skin the next day when I use this before going to bed. My skin just looks more moisturized and just like oomph. It has this extra oomph to it, like smoothness and just like juicy. I don't know what else to call it. I did also take this little travel size thing that I got as a gift when I went to, I think, Ulta at one point, like a little free gift with purchase. It's the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture. I have never used this, and I don't really know why I packed this for travel, because I'm really not the kind of person who will use a new product while traveling, just because I don't want to risk any breakouts or reactions or anything. But I took this and I just grabbed it just because I was like, oh, it's tiny, it's cute, let's take you. But I didn't use it. That is all my skincare. It all goes in here, and I will usually pop this in my carry-on bag as well. And yeah, that's how I travel. I promised I was gonna show you guys my TSA bag. This is a clear bag. It's not Ziploc. I actually hate putting liquids in Ziploc. It's just not resilient. I don't like it. I just don't like it. All these were not here prior to. These were from the hotel, and I grabbed them and put them in here. So turns out you can actually take, it's not stealing. The hotel actually wants you to take the products that are laid out, because they're gonna throw them out anyway after you check out of the room. I'm not gonna go through everything that's in here. I've got like my deodorant and my toothbrush and like other liquids like shower gels and all that stuff. And usually I will saran wrap these, but because I just got back, funny thing, here's the thing. When I'm leaving for a trip, I will make sure everything is saran wrapped and sealed, so that way I don't risk any spillage. But coming back home, I don't care. Maybe because this is going in my carry-on, so I'm not too concerned about it getting rough handled as opposed to if it was going in my check-in luggage. The bag itself, I cannot remember where I bought this, and I don't remember if it was in a set, but I remember when I saw it, I was like, yes, it's perfect. It's see-through and it's bigger than a Ziploc, so can't nobody tell me nothing. And it stands on its own. I just really like it. I don't know. I really like it. It might have been Burlington Coat Factory that I got this. I've been using this thing for years, so I don't remember. I think it might have been Burlington Coat Factory, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. So guys, that is it for this video. If you have any tips at all for travel when it comes to makeup or skincare packing, please let us know down below in the comment section. And I hope you found this useful. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you in the next one, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.
Kissing you underneath that mistletoe. Oh, let me hear you sing.